the goddamn white man.
That's right!
Big facts.
Right.
Big facts.
Hey, get on fly. Give on fly, man. Give on fly, man.
Look, it's the Black Holocaust. I knew it was prophecy. 1,000 times worse than the Jewish atrocities. Uneven playing field, there'll never be a fair score. Cause in 1619, that's when they declared war. We the 12 tribes, the ones that the promise reaches.
49 and 22. And we're going to show y'all that with some parallels in the Bible. Alright? The Puerto Rican is of the tribe of Israel according to the Bible. Alright? And Israelite, God's chosen people. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 2.
Bring it out!
This is a blessing. These are blessings that the father of the Israelites are giving to the tribe of Joseph, the Puerto Ricans in Genesis. Alright? I'm going to start at 49 and 1. Go ahead. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you what will befall you in the last days. So these are going to befall the Israelites in the last days. Let's see who these are paralleling in these times, the last days. All right, go ahead. Verse 2, gather yourselves together, all hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. This is Genesis 49 and 22 from the top. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. So Joseph is a fruitful bow. Joseph is the tribe of Manasseh and Ephraim, the so-called Cuban man and the Puerto Rican man. That's right. It's talking about his fruitful bow running over. That's like a branch running over its allotment, right? How can we see that today? We can see that with the Puerto Rican overpopulated island. That's right. It's like you see it right now. It ain't nothing but, you know what I'm saying, Jacob's seed running through here, man. You know what I'm saying? They are fruitful bow, man. They have a lot of kids. Do you not see a lot of Ephraimites running up and down the street, man? You know? God, that's right. In ancient times, you would have the same thing happen with the tribe of Manasseh, right? Because they're so overpopulated, they overtook the tribe of Dan's land, right? Just like how today you got the Puerto Ricans. They're so overpopulated. There's more of them in New York and in Florida
and in Chicago.
Yeah, and Chicago. Than there is in Puerto Rico. Good. Right? So, Genesis 49:23. Right? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 23. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. So the archers have sorely grieved him and hated him, right? That's talking about the Spaniards. That goddamn Francisco, though, that's right. The goddamn white man, according to the Bible, the devil, according to the Bible. That's right. Right? He came over to your land, the native, the indigenous Taino Indian. The Taino Indian, come. Tainos, right? They came over to your land, Christopher Columbus, for no reason, and desired your gold and your wealth, right? So then in turn they slaughtered you. They came over, saw your gold, and slaughtered you for it, right? And put you in servitude for it. 1492, man. God, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Going into the Spanish Armada. You know those damn devils that came over there to the Tainos' land, raped, robbed, and murdered the Taino man, right? Which is the Puerto Rican of the day, man. That's what the hell Christopher Columbus did, man. That's why we say the white man is the goddamn devil.
That's right!
All right? Like they sick dogs on the Puerto Rican. What else did they do? They shot at them. They put them in sugar fields. You know? The same oppression that the black man went through, the Puerto Rican man went through it also.
That's right.
That's the same thing, right? What they did was they set up a system. It was called the encomienda, right? Go through it, bring it out. The encomienda system, where they would set up, where the Spaniards would set up governors to be taskmasters of the Taino Indians, right? So they would decide who went into slavery, who worked for them, and they would force their Christianity on them, and the Catholicism doctrine. That's why every Puerto Rican is a Catholic. right? Today, because Christopher Columbus and the Spaniards came over to force you guys into it, right? And force y'all in out of the original, out of the ways of your ancestors, right? By slaughter, by raping, by robbing. All right. So Deuteronomy 28 to 33. And what they would also do, instead of your native language, they would force you to speak Spanish. The taskmasters were set over your religious indoctrination, your physical servitude, and your the language you spoke. So you would be fully indoctrinated in the ways of the Spaniards, right? In the ways of Caesar Borgia.
That's the only reason why they speak in Spanish, man. They wasn't speaking Spanish before the white man came over there, man.
That's right.
He knows. See?
That's
You
right.
know? The Taino man had his own language, man. Why are they speaking Spanish now? Because the Spaniard enslaved you, man.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Go ahead. What we got?
Deuteronomy 28:33. Get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 33.
So these are curses that should befall the children of Israel in the last days. Go ahead. So these are the curses, the ways to identify the Israelites in these last days. Okay? Go ahead.
Out. This is Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 33.
Bring it
The
out!
fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
The fruit of your land and all your labors, everything the Taino man has worked for since for the past 1,000 years that they've been there, right, have been taken up and stolen by the white man, the Spaniards, the conquistadors, right?
Which means conqueror, man.
Right.
Start back up from the top. Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 33. Thy fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation thou knowest not eat up.
And the fruit of your land, right? What's the fruit of the land of Puerto Rico? It's called Puerto Rico for a reason. It's called the Port of Riches.
Port of Riches, right.
So it was a fruitful land that had hella gold in there, right?
And since you brought that out, know what I'm saying? They stole so much gold from Puerto Rico that when they put them on them damn boats, they sunk them, man.
That's right.
They had to throw a lot of that stuff overboard, man. Right? But that's what happened when they came and raped, robbed, and murdered the Taino man to take the gold, man. Okay?
That's right, because the white man's so greedy that he just can't get enough of your gold. He wants to take all the damn gold out of Puerto Rico.
You gotta take the gold, you gotta take your women.
Right? Right.
He gotta beat your language up out of you, right? Give you what he has. Convert you to Roman Catholicism. Right? That all up and down the street, all I see is people with rosary beads on, you know, white Jesus on the cross, you know. They set up these Catholic churches and lie to you. Jesus Christ is a so-called black man, man.
Right.
So-called brown man.
That's right.
That's right.
From the tribe of Judah, man.
That's right.
Okay?
Bring that out.
Which is the so-called African American, which is the Taino man's brother. Okay? So you can understand.
Right, that's right. Get Hosea 3 and 17.
You ain't want me to finish that up.
Oh yeah, finish that.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
So you should only be oppressed and crushed always, right? Isn't the Puerto Rican man crushed and oppressed in Puerto Rico?
In his own damn land, man.
Right. They can't even get the power back on in place in Puerto Rico, right? Because the natural disasters that hit. Why? Because you don't turn to the ways of the Most High God.
That's right. Bring it up.
Right? Because the Spaniard indoctrinated you with
white
Catholicism,
Jesus,
white Jesus. That's right. And we as a people, that's all we know. So we won't come out. Go ahead with that, Hosea. 3:17. Next page. Oh, wait. Just 1 second.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 17. Bring it out! Ephraim is joined to idols.
Ephraim is joined to idols. That's what it is. That's why the Spaniard man came over here and joined y'all to idols, because he knows with these idols
it'll be easy to conquer you. It'll be easy to take over your land. It'll be easy to rape your women, to take your gold, to get rich off of the exploitation of our brethren, right?
And even before that, man, you know, the Ephraimites, man, the tribe of Ephraim had a very big problem with idolatry, man, even back in the ancient times, man. All right, building groves, sister, you can walk through, building groves, you know what I'm saying? And all type of different gods, you know what I'm saying? So when you come in and you look at America before it was colonized, right? A lot of the Tainos, Aztecs, Mayans, they had a god for everything, man, right? Because they fell out of the way of just having the one true God, man. All right? Which is why they went into slavery any damn way. Okay? That's right, brother. Right.
If Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone.
So Ephraim is joined to idols. So in ancient times we were supposed to leave them alone because the wickedness of the northern kingdom would corrupt the southern kingdom, right? So then we had a split, right? After the time of Solomon, there was a split between the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And the tribe of Ephraim, you Puerto Ricans, are the head of the northern kingdom.
That's right. So
right?
if you see Ephraim in the Bible in certain times, it could be talking about the whole northern kingdom, or it could just be talking about the tribe of Ephraim.
Right.
But right now, we're just going into the tribe of Ephraim, who is the so-called Puerto Rican. All right? You can come back to your biblical nationality. You're an Ephraimite, man. Okay? A parium, right? I am fruitful. That's what it means in the Paleo Hebrew. That's right. Okay? Who called you a Puerto Rican? The white man called you a Puerto Rican.
That's right.
That's right, my brother. Go ahead.
Hell no,
What you got? 28, 30, 36. This is Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 36 from the top. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
So the Puerto Rican man, the Taino man, the tribe of Ephraim, right? They came over here from America to America from the east, from Israel, right? From Assyria, actually. Okay, they came over here to a land that they didn't know. All right, bring it out again from the top.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which thou nor thy fathers have known.
So the kings that you set over you, right? The chiefs of the tribe of the Tainos, right? The chiefs of the tribe of Ephraim, right? You came over here from where you were in captivity. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
Right. So he brought us over here, right? And then the Spaniards came through and enslaved our chief rulers, the chief rulers of the Tainos, right? And slaughtered them and put them in subjection, right?
And indoctrinated them with that damn Roman Catholicism, man.
Kind of said the same encomiendas, right?
Right? And when they did that, what did they do? They made you bow to a damn cross, right? They made the Taino man bow to a cross, and they gave you a white Jesus, man. Right? They made you bow down to Cesare Borgia, man. Right? Which is the whitewashed version of Christ, man. Okay? Christ has melanin, man. Just like the brown man we see walking around through him, man. Right? All right?
Right.
You gotta believe on Christ's spirit and in truth. That white Jesus is not his spirit and the truth, man.
Right.
All right?
Hosea chapter 8, verse 8.
Bring it out!
Israel is swallowed up.
So Israel is swallowed up, right? You Northern Kingdom is swallowed up. You Taino Indians, Puerto Ricans, tribe of Indians, tribe of Ephraim. You've been swallowed up by the Spaniards, right? In that Catholicism, right? In that deep indoctrination. Go ahead.
Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure.
Now after that, you become just like those Gentiles. Just like the Gentiles that Christ is speaking of in the New Testament, right? Those are Israelites. Israelites that have gone away from their nationality and heritage.
That's right.
All right? Israelites that have been enslaved and conquered by people like the Spaniards, okay? By the Romans. Throughout history, the Israelites have been conquered in that same way that you, the Taino Indians, have been conquered. Right. The Puerto Rican man has been conquered. Was that it on that? No. That was it? No. Okay. Jeremiah 17:4. And the reason those Spaniards came over here, were able to come over here and conquer y'all, is because we were worshiping idols. We weren't worshiping the Most High God anymore. Right? The reason y'all came over here was because y'all were so oppressed you couldn't worship the Most High God. But
over there in slavery.
Yeah, in slavery.
In Assyrian captivity. And what y'all did was basically y'all left from out of Assyrian captivity and came over to the Americas to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. All right, that was the reason for y'all coming over here, and we're gonna get that in Second Ezra to also dispel that lie that Christopher Columbus discovered America, man. The Taino man was here before, goddamn.
That's right.
Bring that out.
But that's what they tell you in school. Christopher Columbus discovered America, the Americas, right? But there was people already over here, man. All right? We was the first civilization to set up a civilization over here. Yeah, it was Hamites, you know what I'm saying, and other nations coming over here because it was so resourceful. Had a bunch of gold and a bunch of resources. But the Taino man, the Native Indian man, the Seminole man, they was the ones that came over here and stayed and started the civilization, man. You know, you see all the Mayan empires, the Incan empires, the Aztec empires, the Taino empire, right? You see all this archaeological evidence, right? Ain't no white man building no damn pyramids, man. They too damn dumb. You can see more so-called pyramids over here in the Americas than you see in Egypt. All right?
Got Jeremiah.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So we were going to discontinue from our heritage, right? Go ahead.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, so we would depart from our heritage, the original heritage Most High gave us, which are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, right? But even as the Tainos, right, we've been indoctrinated so much that they even tell you that the Tainos don't even exist no more.
And that's a damn lie, man. I'm looking at a bunch of Tainos right now.
That's right. Right? They indoctrinated us with with all their Catholicism, so we don't even know who the original Israelites were. When it's you, the Taino Indians.
That's right.
God's chosen people.
And then they put these proverbs and bywords on you like Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican. Matter of fact, y'all wasn't even calling yourself Tainos. That's another name that was put on y'all, man.
God.
Right? But through serving idols, through going off, you know what I'm saying, and not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, these things had to happen, man. Okay? When the Most High love you, he gonna chastise you, man. Okay? So the Puerto Rican had to get chastised, man. All right? Until he comes back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Okay? And worship Yahweh. Not white Jesus, not Christopher Colombo, all right? Not Cesare Bozier, that faggot. Yeah, I said it. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:49. That's right. They forced us to worship the white Jesus, right? The Cesare Borgia, the damn homosexual that brother was just going into, when they're already personifications of Christ in our own religions, right? In the religions of the Aztecs, right? In the Mayans, you got Quetzalcoatl, right?
Quetzalcoatl, Guamacina.
Yeah,
all messianic figures.
God, right?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 49.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth,
So he brought a nation against you from afar, right? From all the way in Spain. That's all the way across the world, right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 49.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, and from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So isn't that what the Spaniard did to the so-called Puerto Rican man today, right? He came over here from Spain into a land that he didn't even know, right? And then started enslaving you. And it so happens that their symbol is the eagle, right? And the Bible just says the eagle was going to come through and enslave you, right? Go ahead, keep going.
And see, hold on, wait. I'm just not going to just let that pass. He just came through and threw up a Latin eagle sign, right? See, that's how destroyed our people are, man. Yeah. We sitting up here talking about how the damn conquistador went over to Puerto Rico and raped, robbed, and pillaged you, and all you heard was eagle, and now you want to throw up Latin eagle. That's the dumbest shit that I've ever seen.
That's right.
What the hell are the Latin eagles doing for you? What the hell are the Latin kings doing for you? Y'all ain't doing nothing but killing each other, man. Right? But that's also a curse that you can find in the Bible. It says you will have an evil eye towards your brother, man. Right? So all this MLD, Latin King, Latin Eagle, Spanish Cobra, it's all a bunch of bullshit.
That's right.
All right? You need to wake up and come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. God damn your game. All right? Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flies. The Spaniard is as swift as the eagle flies.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And we didn't understand their tongue, their language, right? So they had taskmasters over us to enslave us and teach us that language, their religion, right? Their culture, their customs, and put you in physical labor in plantations, right?
Sugar fields, man.
Right, sugar fields.
And matter of fact, the Taino man was tired of working for the damn white man, and they tried to protest, and what did they do? They shot him, man. Okay? You can look this stuff up, man. All right? Look into your history, man.
Hosea 13:16.
Hosea chapter 13, verse 16. Samaria shall become desolate.
Samaria is another name that the Bible uses for Israel and Ephraim, right? Go ahead. The capital of Ephraim. Go ahead.
For she hath rebelled against her God.
Because y'all rebelled against the Most High God, right? Because y'all were forced to serve into Catholicism, right? Because our people don't come out of that Catholicism. What happened because our people are in Catholicism? Serving that white Jesus.
They shall fall by the sword.
They fell by the sword, right? Even when the Taino man tried to rise up against the white man, right? They had a successful revolt, but they got quickly taken down, right? Because we still serve the false gods, the white Jesus, right? We still eating pork. We still.
What they call it, ceviche or something like that. I think it's called ceviche or something like that. It got pork. Yeah, it's a Latin dish.
We still sleeping with the next man's brother, right? We still killing each other. Next man's wife.
But it is gay season out here.
Yeah,
we've
been seeing the homosexuals come through, right? With their shirt
a bunch
off
of sodomites.
You know, the rainbow Puerto Rican flag and abomination, man. But go ahead on that.
They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces.
That's right.
Infants shall be dashed in pieces. Then the Puerto Rican woman get her babies snatched out of her womb and dashed against the stone.
Against the stone, man.
Right? That's why the white man is such a devil, man.
And also it says in Psalms, man, that whatever they did to us, they gonna get paid back double, man. So guess what, Puerto Rican man? You gonna take their babies and dash their heads up against some guys.
That's right.
All right, give me that in Psalms. You know what that's at? Happy shall he be who dashed them against the stone, man. Give me that. Because you got to be repaid back, man. It's called karma, right? That's what people in the world know it as, okay? But the Most High God calls it divine judgment, man. All right? And you got to be paid back, man. for the rape, robbery, murder, and oppression that you've done to the Taino
That's
man,
right.
the black man, right? The Native American man. Okay, get it. You got it. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 137.
Uh-huh.
We'll start at 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. That is the so-called white man, man. Edom means he is wasted away, man. That's what Edom means, Esau. All right? He has no melody. Okay? Go ahead.
Remember the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
In the day of Jerusalem, right? Go ahead.
Who said, raise it, raise it.
Said, raise it, raise it. In the time of our calamity, they joy. Right? Go ahead.
Even to the foundation thereof.
Uh-huh.
O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed.
Ought to be destroyed. America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missile fire.
That's right.
All right. And if you Puerto Ricans don't wake up and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to die right here with your oppressor, man.
Right.
Right. Okay? Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
So guess what? All the enemies of the Puerto Rican man, all the enemies of the Taino man, guess what? We're going to repay you. Okay? Because we got the same enemies. The so-called black man got the same enemies. The so-called, let's say, Cuban man. The so-called, any Latino man has the same enemies as the so-called black and Native American. Okay? Bring that out one more time.
O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed.
Who ought to be destroyed? Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
So guess what? You took Taino babies out of their mother's wombs and dashed them against stones. Guess what we gonna do to your white babies, man? We gonna do the same damn thing, man.
Right.
And we gonna be happy, man. We gonna dance in it, and it's gonna be a glorious occasion, man. Okay? I wanna see Taino salsa dancing in a white man's club.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
That's right. So what they did to your children, you're gonna do to their children, man.
Right.
It's divine judgment. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 13, verse 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her God.
Puerto Rico is desolate, right? Puerto Rico has been recently with that natural disaster, that hurricane, right? Lack of power. But then the white man, when after he was finished raping the land of Puerto Rico, the women of Puerto Rico, he just left that in its desolation. There's not as many riches in Puerto Rico anymore, right? They're all
They sucked the drought, man.
yeah, sunk in the bottom of the ocean. Ain't nobody going after that, right? Puerto Rico is in drought. It's less fertile right now, right? They got a drought because of what the white man did, right? Because we're in that Catholicism over there, right? Bring it out.
For she has rebelled against her God, they shall fall by the sword.
They fell by the sword. Go ahead.
Their children shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child
Where they at?
shall be ripped up.
Oh, they in the truck? The white man's the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Bring our last part out again.
Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up.
That's right.
The child was ripped up out of the woman's womb, right? And been murdered. Just like now we willingly go and have the white man rip up the child out of the woman's womb.
Bring that
Right.
up. Damn abortions, man. Bring it out. Huh?
These damn abortion clinics, right? We gotta stop going to these abortion clinics, man. You're helping the white man prosper in what he wants to do.
He
man.
wants to depopulate the earth for the Israelites, but it ain't happening.
Right, he wants to kill off the Puerto Rican, okay? He wants to kill off the black man.
Who wants to kill off the Puerto Ricans?
The
so-called
goddamn white man.
That's right.
Big facts.
Right.
Big facts. They're taking
Hey, get on fly. Give up fly, man. Give up fly, man.
All right. Beautiful. That's beautiful. that some of our people have enough sense to understand and realize that, right?
I thought you was gonna cool for him. That's what I was waiting on.
Me too,
But all praises, we ain't running. We have, hey, let's get the most out here. We haven't walked into no Puerto Rican tombs, man. All right? They all know the white man is the devil so far, and they also know that Jesus is so-called black man.
That's
All right?
That's right. Juan Puerto Rico, man.
That's
Juan
right.
Ephraim.
Juan the Party.
Huh.
Right? Go ahead.
Oh no, you got that. Deuteronomy 28:45.
People are really going down.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
So all these curses that we were reading about is going to pursue and overtake the Puerto Rican until they be destroyed. But then what else is going to be a factor of these curses, though? Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we didn't hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, right? Because we continue to do these little things like eat pork and continue to perpetuate the Catholic Church, right? Because we go off into idolatry with those rituals that are not in the Bible. The Most High God never told you to celebrate damn Christmas, man.
That's right.
Not damn Easter, man.
Nor the vow to Mary, man. Bring that out in the law, man. Make no idols and don't bow to them. Go into that. Because in the Roman Catholic Church, what do they have you do? They got you bowing to Mother Mary. They got you bowing to white Jesus. You know, but the Bible, if you would just read the Bible, it tells you not to bow to them damn statues, man. But the Roman Catholic Church got you bowing to that crap. All right? And you wonder why you oppressed.
This is Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make no idols.
You shall make no idols. Go ahead.
Nor graven image.
Nor graven images.
Neither rear you up a standing image. Neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land.
Our statues not made of a stone, man. How many statues do I see in that whorehouse called the Catholic Church?
Bring that up.
Go ahead.
To bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God.
Do they not make you bow to these damn images in Catholic Church, man? Are you supposed to be bowing? You would read your Bible, you would know you ain't supposed to be doing that, man. All right? Go ahead. That's it. No, I'm talking about
45. Go back to the 27.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee. Thou shalt be destroyed. Salakia, till thou be destroyed.
Kind of until y'all be destroyed, right? Until the land of Puerto Rico is desolate, right? Until we in poverty, in the Bronx, right? In Chicago, right? In Spanish Harlem, right? In all these places. Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Right, go ahead to 46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder.
So these things are going to be a sign and a wonder for the Puerto Rican man, for the black man, for the Native American man, Hispanic, right? So that we can always know and understand who the Israelites are according to the Bible.
That's right.
That even though the Spanish man indoctrinated you with the Catholicism to make you think that Jesus Christ is a white man, we can read the Bible and go back to it and understand the Israelites are Puerto Ricans today, are the tribe of Ephraim, are the black man today, right? Because all these curses are according to you.
Jesus Christos not El Blanco. Jesus Christos El Negro.
That's
all right.
Got it on that?
43. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, 43.
Bring it out!
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So the stranger got up above us very high, right? When the Spaniard came over, the Taino was put very low and they were put very high, right? Because they stole everything from y'all, right? When America came over to take the land of Puerto Rico, they came up with the advanced weaponry, with the Gatling gun and things like that.
Matter of fact, they flew a damn chopper over
That's
Puerto
right.
Rico, know what I'm saying, and just let off thousands of rounds, man, killing off Tainos, man.
God, exactly, right? So they got up above y'all with the violence, with that violence and that hatred that they have for the Puerto Rican man, right?
That's right.
Man, woman, and child, right? Go ahead, keep going.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Right, and we're very low, right? That's why we on Division Street in Chicago, right? That's why we in poverty in America, right? That's why Puerto Rico doesn't have power, and is seeking support from America, right? They rely on America to come and save them out of their poverty, right?
Being the will of all things, you know what I'm saying? Like
God, one of all things, we looking for our oppressor to come save us or something. We do all these marches when we dislike something or displeased with something, like the Division Street riots, the Division Street riots, right? We gathered together to not really do anything, but to just complain to the white man about all our problems, right? We got to stop seeking the oppressor, the ones that conquered you and have no good thing for you, right? All they do is take from you. They've proven that over the years to look for them for some type of leeway, for some type of guidance, for some type of reparations, right?
you ain't gonna get it.
God, we need to look to our own people, right, and come back together and unite.
That's right.
The Black, Hispanic, and the Black, Hispanic, Native American man are all one people, right? Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. 44. He shall lay to thee.
Oh, so long. That was 43? Yeah. Okay. Genesis 49, 24.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 24.
You know,
But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob.
But his bow abode in strength, right? Going into the revolutions and the revolts that you guys had. Even though they didn't succeed in the end, they were still mighty against the white man, right?
Excuse me.
Y'all still gave a huge hit to the Spaniard man, right? And this is more of talking about the end time when all Israel is going to be united together, right? And we're going to be against the so-called white man, the Edomite, the devil, according to the Bible.
That's right.
and also, man, that they say that it's bow abode in strength, man. That's why you couldn't kill, know what I'm saying, the Taino man off, man.
That's right.
All right, because the Most High was with him even in this time of calamity, man. All right? So all that rape, rob, and murder, know what I'm saying, the Taino is still alive and well, right? Because Israel is as the sand of the sea, man. All right? Ain't no getting rid of the Israelites, okay? Point blank, period. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
But his bow abode in strength. The arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence from thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel.
Right, from this is the shepherd and the stone of Israel, talking about who the world calls Christ, right? So in the end, the Puerto Rican man is going to rise up. Why? Because we're out here pushing the truth of the Bible, pushing the heritage of the so-called Puerto Rican man today, who are the Ephraimites according to the Bible.
That's right.
To rouse you up to be prepared in that day when those race riots hit, right? When stuff cracks down on us, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man.
That's right.
Get Psalms 55 and 19. Right? Because there's going to come a day when we're going to realize we have to stick together as a people, right? There's going to come a day when Donald Trump or whoever is going to break out the race riots, right? Race riots are going to break out because of all the racial tension building up in America, right?
Well, that's because the Most High gonna put the spirit, you know what I'm saying, on, you know what I'm saying, everybody to go back into their own nation, man. Ain't gonna be no more of this universalism and coonism, you know what I'm saying, hand in hand in utopic society. There really doesn't, it really doesn't exist any damn way, you know? But the Most High is gonna put the spirit, you know what I'm saying, on every nation to cleave to their own nation, man. All right? So guess what? The Puerto Rican man is gonna be with the Puerto Ricans. Okay, the Cubans gonna be with the Cubans. All right? And ultimately, all the Israelites, those are all Israelite tribes, and the various 12 tribes, we're all going to come together, okay? The Israelites are going to be with the Israelites. The Native Americans, Latinos, and the so-called black men.
Right. That's right. 55, 19, start 19.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 19.
Bring it out.
God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God.
Because the so-called white man doesn't have any, from the time that the Christopher Columbus came on the island of Puerto Rico to the Taínos land, right, to now, the white man has not changed his motives whatsoever. Right? It's still to get rich, get money, right? It's still to have the most slaves, have the European slave competition, right? That still hasn't stopped. They still into their workforce.
And they still taking your women, man.
Right? They still taking and raping the women. They're taking various Israelite women and putting them into sex trafficking, right? They still doing that to this day.
Bring it out.
Right?
Young girls, man. Over there on those islands, man. Being sex trafficking, just like in Haiti, man. Puerto Rico, Haiti is going on everywhere, man. All right? Because the white man's the goddamn devil, he's a sick, demented bastard.
That's right.
Right.
Okay?
And he doesn't fear God whatsoever, right? Or else he would think twice about coming to the children of the Most High and abusing them the way that he did, right? All right, go ahead.
He hath not put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
He put forth his hands as to such as been at peace with them, right? The Taíno man, when the white man came over here, he was acting like he wanted to be friends, right? Show me your gods, right? I'm gonna need a place to stay. Can I stay with y'all, right?
Right.
He was cool with the chiefs, right? With the Taínos, right? But then he came back with the whole fleet in order to enslave them and take them, rape them, and steal their gold.
Yeah, and actually, if you go into the history books, right, it says when Columbus came over to Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying, and he saw the Taínos, what did he say? He said, man, they'll make good slaves. Right? Because they were so, you know what I'm saying, kind-hearted and submissive, right? So he already knew who he was coming to get, man. All right? He knew that the Puerto Rican man was of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. All right? That's why Christopher Columbus had Hebrew interpreters, man.
God.
Okay? He had coon jakes with him that spoke Hebrew. Okay? And matter of fact, get that in 2nd Ezra, huh? Give me that in 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40, so we can just get that out the way. It proved that Christopher Columbus did not discover America. All right? The Taínos were here well before that. We're going to try to hurry it up because I know I don't want to. You should have just got it on your phone. I don't have Go ahead. Go ahead.
I already got it out now.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40.
Bring it out.
Those are the 10 tribes.
Those are the 10 tribes. you Latin Americans and Native Americans, right? Go ahead.
which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
Out of their own land, right? Go ahead.
In the time of O'Shea, the king,
This is talking about when y'all went to Assyrian captivity. Go ahead.
whom Salamansar, the king of Assyria, led
Go
away
ahead.
captive.
Y'all good.
Excuse me.
And he carried them over the water, and so they came into another land.
And so they came into another land, right? We're going to see what that other land is. Go ahead. Y'all want to talk about those slave ships in the Bible? Well, he just proved that what? The so-called Latin man went on slave ships before the black man. Even in ancient times, man. Right? Shalmaneser was a slave master, man. All right? And he enslaved the Taino Indians, man. All right? At that time, y'all still had y'all biblical name, the Ephraimites, man. Y'all witnessed slavery because y'all left the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
I don't think so.
All right? You have to get it on your phone. Right? That's big. That's big.
You about to rest it.
Lord in Christ.
Got it.
Go ahead.
But they looked to this council among
They
themselves
took counsel among themselves now, right? Go ahead.
that they would leave the multitude of the
They
heathen,
would leave the multitude of the heathen and put them in bondage and in slavery, right? And do what?
and they would leave the multitude, and they would go forth into another country
Into another country, right? Go ahead.
where never mankind dwelt.
Where never mankind dwelt. That's talking about the Americas, man. Osiris, right? If you look up the word Osiris in the Jewish Britannica, it'll tell you that this is the land that Christopher Columbus knew as America, man. Before it was called America, it was called Osiris. All right? And the Taino man was here before the goddamn white man.
That's right.
All right?
This is what 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 42. That they might keep their statutes.
That they might keep their statutes, right? So they left the heathen to go to another land, which is the Americas, to try and keep the law, statutes, and commandments that they didn't keep in their own land, man, which is Israel. Okay? You so-called Puerto Ricans are Israelites. All right? Go ahead.
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own
They
land.
never kept in their own land. Go ahead.
43. And they entered into Euphrates
And they
by the
entered-
narrow places of the river.
Uh-huh.
It's a lot. For the most High then showed signs for them.
So he showed signs, right? He calmed the waters, right? Go ahead.
And held still the flood.
And held still the flood. So he calmed the waters, man. So the Puerto Rican man could get over to America. Go ahead.
Till they were passed over.
Uh-huh.
For through the country there was a great way to go.
It was a great way to go. Go ahead.
Namely of a year and a half.
Namely of a year and a half. Go ahead.
And the same region is called Asherah.
And the same region is called Osiris. All right? Look Osiris up. Okay? In that Jewish Britannica, man, it'll tell you that it's talking about America. Okay? Where the 10 tribes dwell. Who are the 10 tribes? You so-called Latin Americans.
That's
You so-called Native Americans. Man. All right? We can prove all this through biblical, you know what I'm saying, prophecy, and archaeology, man, and non-revisionist history. All right? Go ahead.
46. They dwelt there unto the latter time.
They dwelt there into the latter times, right? And we are living in the last days right now, right? So wherever you're going to find the Puerto Rican man is where you're going to find the rest of the tribes, man. The boat is right here in America, man. All right? No, that's what I'm
Psalm chapter 55 and 19. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God.
Why? Because the white man is still the same devil that he came over here from 1492 till 2019.
That's right.
Because El Blanco es el diablo.
That's right.
El gringo el diablo, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, keep going.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Because the Taínos was at peace with him before, right? Then he betrayed the trust. Just like he betrayed the trust of the Native Americans and all the other tribes that was over here, right? Just like he broke every treaty that he's ever made with the Native Americans, right?
That's why the Seminoles never wanted a damn treaty with the white man. They've been at war with them ever since, know what I'm saying, since they came over here, and they're still at war with them now, man.
That's right.
He hath put forth his hand against such as be at peace with them. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
The words of his mouth smoother than butter, right? He broke them peace. He put them peace treaties out, right? Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
He was always thinking about war. From the time he said the slaves, they're perfect slaves, right? They're made to be slaves, right? They're so easy to conquer, right? They're just there for the take, like you see, just like a good fruit or a good it's just there, it's out in the open. You can take it easily. Go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
So what's that tell us? The white man is the same devil that he has been since he was born, man.
That's right.
He's the same jealous, degenerate that against the so-called Puerto Rican man, against the Israelites in general. Go ahead.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
Why? That's why we coming out here to the streets to bring y'all Puerto Ricans back into your nationality and heritage, which is the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
Ephraim, right? So that we won't be oppressed by the so-called white man anymore, by the Spaniard anymore, right? We need to put our trust in the Lord, right?
Right.
Because the elect are always going to have that covering, are always going to the Lord's going to look out for his elect, man, and the people that are truly loving him and obeying him. All right, go ahead.
But thou, O God, shalt bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful man shall not live out their days.
Because the bloody and deceitful man, the so-called white man, right? The Spaniard,
The conquistador.
the conquistador, he's gonna completely and utterly annihilate them, right? Like how we were reading that Ephraim's bow is going to abide strong, right? We're going to be strong against the white. We're gonna utterly desolate them. They don't stand a chance against an Israelite on even ground.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Bloody and deceitful man shall not live out their days, but I will trust in thee. Yes, sir.
So bottom line of that scripture is America is going to be destroyed according to the Bible.
That's right.
Right? And you Hispanic, Puerto Ricans need to wake up to your nationality before you get caught up in that destruction.
That's right.
All right? It's Zechariah 9, verse 9.
Zechariah chapter 9, verse 9.
You know.
Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation lowly, and riding upon an ass, and upon...
Bring on 9.
Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion.
So rejoice greatly, daughter of Zion. Read on.
Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. he is just, and having salvation lowly, and riding upon an ass, and a...
So this is talking about Jesus Christ, right? When he returned, right? So we need to rejoice in that day. And how are we going to rejoice? Why should we? Because we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, just like he told us to.
That's right.
Right? We're not caught up worshiping false gods, right? We're not caught up celebrating these pagan idols, right? We're not caught up doing Santeria, Brujeria, right? And you wish we're doing the law, statutes, and commandments as the Most High ordained us, right? Keep going. That's why. What was that? 9? That was 9. Get 13.
Verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me, built the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim.
So when the Most High rouses Judah up and Ephraim, that's what we're doing out here right now. We're rousing up the tribe of Ephraim,
So-called black man, so-called Puerto Rican.
like the archer would load up an arrow into his bow. Go ahead.
And raise up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
There's no disputation that the Grecians were so-called white people, right? The Alexander the Great and all of them were white people. The Greeks, right? There's no disputing that those were white people. So the Most High is going to raise up Israel against the so-called white man in America. Go ahead.
And made thee as a sword of a mighty man.
And make us as a sword of a mighty man. Right. What these swords do, they slaughter people, they kill people.
That's right.
Okay? The same thing that's going to happen to the so-called white man.
Right.
All right?
And with that, we will give all praises to the Most High God, Adonai Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and death to America!
Death to America!